Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Ali's here in the studio. And get ready for all these boxes. Here they come.
Right, here we go.
We've got
Hey!
Steve Nicol, Showcase off, Don Hutchison and Jan Åge Fjørtoft. Stevie, I wanted to start with you because there's something new in your background that I saw when we were doing the show. What is it? What's in that green packet?
Does he even know?
Is it a top? I think it might be a Stevie Nicol
somebody
model.
sent. I did, aye. Somebody sent me them.
Let's have a look. Yes.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Hey, really sent me them.
Is he stretching? What is he doing?
Oh, fantastic. Can you bring the Liverpool one? What? No, actually, what's the Scotland one doing? Can you bring it closer to the camera, Stevie?
It's a sliding challenge.
Wow, look at that. Look at that action.
And the definition of his muscles.
That's very good. Wow. Beautiful, Stevie. Meanwhile, should we discuss the photo that's been doing the rounds between Jan and Don? Jan, can you explain what is going on in this picture?
Okay.
Yes, I can explain it to you. This is a playoff semi-final in the championship. 1-1 first game at Bramall Lane, and we thought that we were out. This is the big game going to Wembley if we went through. And we went there, and we went through. But at the end, there was an Argentinian guy who kind of trying to wind up Don Hutchison. Oh. And there was some spitting around, and you can imagine, Don Hutchison did everything to get 10-game suspension, miss Wembley, miss everything. But Jan Fjørtoft, the peacemaker from Norway, went out and saved him. And after the game, I went over to him, to the Argentinian, and did a Norwegian dance to the Argentinian. Sky Sport filmed it all, and I was booed at Portman Road the rest of my career. But this is after the game. I've swapped the shirt with some Ipswich guy, and me and Don Hutchison went into the dressing room. There, Howard Kendall was waiting, saying, "Well done, boys. We all go to Isle of Man to get pissed for 5 days."
Don, why does it look like you're crying?
Who?
You.
No, I'm just reminiscing on the story because.
No, not now. In the picture.
Oh, no, spit on my face. I'm wiping the spit off my face.
Wow.
It was a player. It was an Argentinian player called Mauricio Tarrico who played for
Yes.
Ipswich. And after the game, I went to shake his hand, and he literally done the horriblest spit right in my face, and I was wiping it off. But Jan's right. I pulled my fist back to punch him in the face, and Jan got hold of me. Otherwise, I would have got suspended. The weird thing was, if you fast forward about 6 years, I'm at West Ham. Alan Pardew then signs him, and he walks into the dressing room, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and we just sort of go, it's not the end of the world. Come on, let's have a hug.
Oh, that's nice, Don, isn't it?
Underreported is that Don has a very hairy belly.
It's quite a hairy belly, isn't it? Well, there we are. I'm glad you noticed that, Ali.
Well, I'm just, hey, he jumped out in the picture, that's all.
That's brilliant. Ali, do you think Atleti will reach top 4?
Yes.
Came from behind, of course, today, beat Valencia.
Yes. I think this win, and they needed it, and in the manner in which it happened, I think will be critical to sort of bring in this group together once again, sort of a rallying point, if you will. They'll do just enough to get in the top 4.
Shaka, who's going to win the Premier League first? Arsenal, Manchester United, or Newcastle?
Oh, goodness. I'm going to go Manchester United. Listen, as much excitement as there's around Newcastle, there's a long road to Premier League glory. And similarly for Arsenal. So United get there by default.
Long and winding road.
Right, beautiful. Don't sing anymore, we can't afford the royalties, Jan. For Don, what would it take for Everton to be a top-tier club again? They spend a lot of money, but they're always mid-table or thereabouts. Is there something Newcastle should be wary about?
Well, I mean, first things first. I mean, appoint a proper manager. Don't be going for Cannavaro, who's got no CV whatsoever.
Oh, dear.
I've been championing Graham Potter all week. I think he's the man. I don't think he needs a big budget. I think he coaches players, he improves players. It's baby steps, though. I mean, at the moment, I watched Everton today, and they were really, really average, really poor. So it's going to take quite a while for Everton to get back into European spots. But it's got to start with the manager, I'm afraid.
If you're Graham Potter, do you go, though, Don?
Well, you would if you sell the club to him. If you're Bill Kenwright or Farhad Moshiri, and you say, listen, I'll give you $500 million like I've given the other 6 managers. We're going into a brand new stadium. This is Everton Football Club. No disrespect to Brighton whatsoever, but there's levels between Brighton and Everton, and you can sell it to him.
Don, percentage chance of Norwich making the Great Escape.
That is too tough. That's too tough.
Take a number between 0 and 100, Don. It's not that difficult.
Well, I know, but then I'll have to try. If Dan's quite smart and I go something like 17, he's going to try and ask me to do the other 3, isn't he? I've not got that in my locker.
Right, it's either they do it or not. It's not 3 options.
There's 4 horses. There's 4 horses.
Right.
I'm going to keep it simple and go 25%.
25% of them, just because you could just go 25, 25, 25, 25.
But Don, I love you, Don.
Yeah.
I know
Very smart
you go
move,
into
Don.
a trap every time.
you, Stevie.
You think there are 4 teams, then there is 25% each. That is no how percentage. You have to learn this. This is basic math. Don, I love you. I love your hairy belly. I know I love you all, but you have to learn that.
Wait, what's going on at Shaka's house? What's happening, Shaq?
Don
Somebody
is
just
moving
came in.
Who just came in?
Come bursting in the door.
Oh my goodness, mate.
My daughter just come bursting through the door.
Oh dear, which one?
You know, it's a madhouse. I live in it's a crazy place here.
Well, that's what you get for having all those children.
Well, I didn't think of that.
What did you think, Shaka?
No, don't
Look
answer
how
that.
excited Jan
Next
is.
question, Dan.
No, Shaq, no.
25% apiece. Stevie, when you played at Liverpool and they were at their most dominant, what mid-table teams seem to always take points off you, like we have seen with Southampton and Manchester City this season?
Good question.
Southampton away.
We're at the Dell.
Southampton away always gave us a problem. Always gave us a problem. I mean, to be fair, it was one of the worst places to get to back then. You're talking on a good day 5 hours, on a bad day maybe 6.5 with the traffic. It just depended. So you're travelling the day before a game. You basically spend the day on the bus, and then it's a tight pitch. It's obviously a cup final for them. They're up for it. The crowd was always good. It was always a good atmosphere. We just always struggled. Southampton away always was a problem.
Stevie, just out of
But also,
interest.
Stevie-
No, here comes Jan.
No, I'm just saying, but also, Stevie, they also always had a good team. Well, they had Kevin Keegan, they have Mick Mills, they have Mick Channon. They always had some old experienced player. I guess they would love to play against Liverpool, wouldn't they?
Yes. Yeah, they always had a decent team. Yeah, they were generally at the time usually a mid-table side who some days weren't very good and other days were really good, and you weren't quite sure which one you were going to play against. Again, because they were playing against us, then they always were at their best because, well, they had every reason to do their best.
Jan, what realistic target should Dortmund sign next summer?
I think they should start with a player like Adeyemi, who is playing for Salzburg. I think they more or less agreed with him. Maybe it's a too big step for him to go to Bayern Munich, but he looks like a decent player. So that is kind of the target. It's thereabout. This is got to be the players who not make the big interest of the biggest clubs, but that is typical Dortmund. And then Bayern will tell them you're just a development club, and then they will win the trophy again.
Lovely. Shaka, what position has changed the most since the time you were playing? Keeper and fullback seem to have completely changed, for example.
Yeah, without question, the goalkeeping position. I think wing-backs have been part of the game, and that continues to change and going roundabout, so to speak. But as far as goalkeepers go, I don't think any time in the game has seen goalkeepers playing the way that they are now, as sweepers, pass the ball as much as they do. That for me has been the biggest change.
I'd just say, as a shout out to center forwards, the fact that there are teams out there that play with a false nine or no forwards at all, and sometimes that players that are supposed to be center forwards, they don't play with their back to goal anymore. That hold-up play, the art of hold-up play is gone. It's no longer part of the game. So for a team like Manchester City, one of the best teams in the world, to not have an out-and-out striker says a lot about how that position has changed.
Final question. Stevie, who has the worst first touch? Xhaka or Dan?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Boy.
What kind of question is that?
I'm going
Whoa.
Xhaka, I've got to tell you something.
What?
As bad as your touch is, it can't be worse than that.
Can't
It can't
be.
be.
Thank you, thank you, Steve.
Never seen
It
me
can't
play
be.
and never will. Never.
I've never, but I just can't imagine.
No.
I can't imagine your wee, scrawny, skinny legs will be able to keep the ball up for long anyway.
He's a beautiful leg, Stevie. Nice.
Yeah,
they're
right. Yeah.
You'd be very
Yeah,
quick,
no,
though.
sorry.
You look like a quick
Gotta be
guy.
I've got to be
Dan's-
quick. I could beat Xhaka in a 100-metre race. No problem.
What?
No.
What?
No chance.
We have a race. We have a race. We have a race.
Make it happen.
No worries.
Yeah.
You saw it here. Make it
chance.
happen.
It wouldn't even be close.
No chance.
Xhaka would do his calf to any
Yeah,
else.
well, this is fair. Yes, this is fair. This is
There
a good
no
point.
chance.
He'd have to answer the phone to one of his children and halfway through the race he'd won something.
No chance.
That is the final question. Stevie, what is the chance of you replicating the model's pose nowadays?
Well, I need help to get down.
Show it to
I
us
need
again.
help
It's
to
brilliant. I
move
love
them
it.
around. And then I need help to get back up. Other than that, it'd be easy.
I think it'd be beautiful. I think Burley can help you go over to your house, get into an old Scotland kit and put it together. That is it. We are done.
Not a chance.
Here we go.
They lost it.
Here we go.
They lost
Why
it.
not? Oh, we're in trouble. Trouble. Oh, no. Drama.
Was Dan keeping that up?
There it is. Stevie can't see this. What's going on?
Don't worry, Stevie. It
Keep it
doesn't
up.
last
How
very
many?
long.
3?
Oh, no, this is all Xhaka.
Hey,
that
3.
is it.
I'm going to say 3.
Yeah. That is it. We are done. Thank you very much, everybody, as always, for being
Call
on.
the medic.
25%. I just can see the belly now. All I can see is hairy belly.
It's a hairy belly.
Oh, I don't know.
And that was years ago. Imagine now.
Why are you crying, Don? I'm not crying now. Not in the... ESPN FC is back tomorrow. Join us then. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and of course, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN Plus.